Linking words or linkers are connecting words. They help you connect ideas and sentences. When you speak or write, it helps you connect ideas and sentences. They are connecting words. Words used for giving examples. You can use for example. What is the short form of for example? E.G is the short form of for example. For instance, namely. Namely refers to something by name. For example, there are two problems, namely the expense and the time. You're naming the two problems, one expense, two time. Another example, they brought lunch, namely sandwiches and soda. These are the two items they bought, sandwiches and soda. So they brought lunch, namely sandwiches and soda. So what are the words used for adding information? And, in addition to, as well as, also, to, apart from, besides, furthermore, moreover. These are all words used to add information. Let's see some examples. She owns a car. She owns a motorbike. She owns a car and a motorbike. She owns a car as well as a motorbike. She owns a car. She also owns a motorbike. She owns a car. She owns a motorbike too. So all of these words have almost the same meaning. They're adding information. In addition to, furthermore, and moreover also have almost the same meaning. Let's see a few examples. Our new house is so close to the city center. In addition, it has 4 large bedrooms. Reading is an excellent way to increase your vocabulary. Furthermore, it can also help you improve your grammar. So here furthermore means adu koodade. Furthermore, it can also help you improve your grammar. The student's essay was badly written. Moreover, it was too short. Here moreover means adu matramalla. Moreover, it was too short. Now let's see the two other words, besides and apart from. Besides a cat, I also have a dog and a hamster. Cat മാത്രമല്ല എനിക്കൊരു ഡോഗും ഒരു ഹാംസ്റ്ററും കൂടി ഉണ്ട്. Do you speak any other languages besides English? Apart from a cat, I also have a dog and a hamster. That is also correct. Cat കൂടാതെ എനിക്കൊരു ഡോഗും ഒരു ഹാംസ്റ്ററും കൂടെ ഉണ്ട്. Next week, I'll be in London every day apart from Monday. You can also say, I'll be in London every day except Monday. Both are correct. Which are the linking words used for sequencing ideas? The former, the latter, firstly, secondly, finally, or lastly. The first point is the following. These are the linking words that can be used for sequencing ideas or putting ideas in a sequence. Let's see some examples. I enjoy reading novels and poems, but prefer the latter over the former. Do not confuse latter with later. Latter is L-A-T-T-E-R. Later is L-A-T-E-R. Later means പിന്നീട്. Later on, പിന്നീട്. I enjoy reading novels and poems but prefer the latter over the former. Here former refers to the first word, novels. Latter refers to the second word, poems. I enjoy reading novels and poems, but I like poems better than novels. Prefer latter over the former. Former refers to the first word, latter refers to the second word. Former ആദ്യത്തേത്, latter രണ്ടാമത്തേത്. We must take the following steps to prevent air pollution. And then you can write the steps 1, 2, 3, 4. So the following are the steps used to prevent environmental degradation. And you can write 1, 2, 3, 4. That is how you use the linking word, the following. Or you can say the first point is so and so, the second point is so and so, the last point is so and so, etc. So these are all linking words used for sequencing ideas. Which are the linking words used for giving a reason? You can use due to, owing to, because of, since, and as. These are the words used for giving a reason. Let's see some examples. My fitness is due to regular exercise. The match was cancelled because of heavy rain. You cannot say the match was cancelled due to heavy rain. The match was cancelled because of heavy rain. He was off work owing to a back injury. You can also say he was off work because of a back injury. Due to, because of, and owing to all have similar meanings. He was off work because of a back injury is also correct. Now, when is the word because used in a sentence? When the reason is very important. That is when the word because is used in a sentence, when the reason is very important. Example, the students could go home earlier because the teacher was ill. Or you can say, the students could go home earlier due to the teacher's illness. That is also correct. Because the teacher was ill, the students could go home earlier. Here the reason is very important. Why could the students go home? എന്തുകൊണ്ട്? Because the teacher was ill. The reason is important, so it's better to use because. The word as is used when the reason is already known. For example, as we read, we learn. The reason is already known to us. So, as we read, we learn. Another example, as we sow, so we reap. വിതയ്ക്കുന്നത് കൊയ്യും. As we sow, so we reap. The reason is already known here. Since is also used when the reason is already known, but it is more formal than as. Since is more formal than as. Since we were in the computer lab, our English has improved. Since it rained, I didn't go to the party. Since I was sick, I didn't go to school. Giving a result. Which are the linking words used for giving a result? Therefore, so, consequently. This means that as a result, hence, etc. are the linking words used for giving a result. Let me give you some examples. Our server was down, hence the delay in responding. The chemicals cause the rain to become acidic, hence the term acid rain. The two lines intersect, therefore they are not parallel. You can also say the two lines intersect. This means that they are not parallel. She didn't like the pudding. Consequently, she threw it all away. She didn't like the pudding. As a result of that, she threw it all away. Therefore, you can also say she didn't like the pudding. Therefore, she threw it all away. Adukondu, she threw it all away. He made one big mistake and as a result lost his job. So these are the linking words used for giving a result. Which are the linking words used to express contrasting ideas? But, however, although, even though, despite, in spite of, nevertheless, nonetheless, while, whereas, unlike, in theory, in practice. These are all words used for expressing contrasting ideas. Let's see a few examples. Although it was cold, she went out in shorts. തണുപ്പാണെങ്കിലും she went out in shorts. In spite of the cold, she went out in sports. That's also correct. Despite the cold weather, she went out in shorts. All these words have very similar meanings. The sea was cold, but he went swimming nevertheless. So in spite of the fact that it was cold, he went swimming. The sea was cold, but he went swimming nevertheless. The company is doing well. Nonetheless, they aren't going to expand this year. While my sister has blue eyes, mine are brown. My sister has blue eyes, while mine are brown is also correct. Taxes have gone up, whereas social security contributions have gone down. Unlike in the UK, the USA has cheap petrol. When you use the words in theory and in practice to show an unexpected result. Let me give you an example. In theory, teachers should prepare for lessons. But in practice, they often don't have enough time. Now please pause the video and try to answer these questions. Answers are given in the next slide. So pause the video and answer these questions. I'll call you as soon as I get home. വീട്ടിലെത്തിയാൽ ഉടൻ വിളിക്കും. We decided to go for a walk after we had lunch. I was washing my hair when the phone rang. I took a taxi because it was raining. I was preparing dinner while John was washing the car. Both of these events are happening at the same time. I was preparing dinner while John was washing the car. I go to the bus stop just as the bus arrived. ബസ് വന്ന അതേ സമയം തന്നെ. I go to the bus stop just as the bus arrived. Once he read the instructions, he knew how to operate the DVD recorder. You can have the newspaper once I finish reading it. They had repaired the roof by the time John got back. John തിരിച്ചു വന്നപ്പോഴേക്കും by the time John got back. All flights were cancelled because of the fog. Next set of questions. Pause the video and try to answer them. The answers are given in the next slide. Despite her qualifications, she was in the right person for the job. Qualifications undengilum, she wasn't the right person for the job. She felt cold although she was wearing a winter coat. Dash feeling unwell, she went to school. You can either say despite feeling unwell or you can say in spite of feeling unwell. Both are correct. They worked overtime in order to finish the project. Since we don't have that much money, we won't take a holiday this year. The game was cancelled due to the bad weather. You can also say the game was cancelled because of the bad weather. Both are correct. I phoned home so that my parents wouldn't worry. In addition to starring in a few films, she is also the lead singer of a band. Everyone had fun except for Kathy. You can also say everyone had fun but for Kathy. Both are correct. What else can we do instead of going for a cup of coffee? അതിന് പകരം എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും? Instead of going for a cup of coffee. So here are the next set of questions. I've also given you the answers. Pause the video and try to answer these questions. A few more questions and answers. If you have any doubts regarding the topics we have covered so far, please post your doubts in the classwork section. I'll clarify your doubts via Google Meet. Please don't forget to post your doubts in the classwork section. Thank you.